Welcome back.
Hi guys.
We wanted to talk to you today about the best things to do in Banff.
Absolutely the must-dos.
I'm still fly, I know. I'm still fly, let's go.
So I'd like to preface this with when we went, it was shoulder season.
It was, yes, not everything was open.
But a lot of things were. We missed some of the trails, they were closed off because of the snow. But that is between like October and December-ish time, between summer and winter.
Yeah, it's still amazing. If you are going in them months, it's still incredible. You still have an amazing time.
Yeah.
A lot of things are open, just like Emma said, not a lot of trails, and there'll be some things you can't do, but there's plenty of stuff you can do, so.
Yeah, so in no particular order, the first thing on our list is Banff Gondola.
Yeah, that was amazing. That was definitely a must do. I really enjoyed that.
Yeah, it was about 70 Canadian dollars per person to go up and down.
It was, yeah, insane. Definitely worth the money. It's not just amazing views of the mountain and then Banff. There's obviously other stuff on top of it as well. There's a restaurant, there's an exhibit where you can go and have a look around. Insane, really awesome.
Yeah, just make sure you go up before you go up there. You have a look. I think they've got a live webcam, but you also can see the screen when you get to where you buy your tickets.
Yeah.
Because we did go one day and we were all excited to go up, and then it was really cloudy and we wouldn't have been able to see anything.
No.
So yeah, just double check because 70 Canadian is a lot to go up there and be in a cloud.
Absolutely. However, if you did go up there and can't see nothing, you might get a spot for the restaurant because I think it's quite hard to get.
Yeah, but they're more popular because of the views.
Yeah,
so.
it's amazing. Definitely go and do it. It is awesome. It's definitely a must-do, yes.
Yeah.
Okay, our next one is Lake Minuanka. Amazing lake. There's some incredible lakes. I mean, we could just put lakes down and go and see them all. They are awesome. But this one was particularly my favourite.
It felt more like a rocky beach than a lake to us because we don't have lakes that big here.
Yeah.
But it had like the picturesque red chairs.
Yeah.
You could go for like climbing over the rocks.
Yeah.
It looked like there was like some bars open in the summer that weren't open when we were there.
It was amazing. Like I say, anywhere in Banff is such a picturesque place, but this was amazing. You can get some incredible photos, and if you're there in the morning or late at night, I think it's a really awesome place to see the Northern Lights if you're lucky enough to be there when that's happening.
Yeah, and in the summer, so if you're going and it's not shoulder season, I think this would be a really great alternative to do the canoeing and kayaking. Personally, I think this would be the prettiest place to do that.
Yeah, I mean it's all pretty, but this was amazing. Yeah.
So number 3 on our list, but in no particular order, is Banff Avenue.
Banff Avenue is amazing. I loved in the evening just walking around the shops, go to a few restaurants, have a few beers. A really awesome place just to walk around, have a look around.
Yeah.
The nightlife is amazing and the food is awesome.
Yeah, we were surprised at like how much was there and how late everything was open actually, because we're from like a small town here in the UK and everything shuts at 5 o'clock.
Yeah.
But everything there was open quite late.
Really late. I know your brother, when we were there, went out clubbing to the nightclub, and obviously that was early hours, so you definitely could get a late night beer if you wanted to.
Yeah.
There was a poutine place which was open fairly late.
Some of the shops were open till like 10.
Yeah. Amazing. Just enjoy yourself walking around, look around your shops, go to your restaurants, go to your bars. Amazing town. Really enjoyed walking around. Again, I say all these things that we just been mentioning. The picturesque. You can just take photos, just walking around, and there's a mountain just there in the background. Awesome. Really enjoyed it. There's a karaoke bar.
Oh yeah,
it was really fun.
I can't remember. Oh, it's called Hello Sunshine.
Yes.
You have to book the karaoke room separate, but we really enjoyed it.
Yeah, definitely do that. A lot of fun. If you're there with like a friend or a group of you, it could be
or
a
if you
lot
just
of fun.
really like singing your heart out. I would also recommend trying the bear claw chocolates and the beaver tail, obviously.
Absolutely.
And then making sure you get that Banff Avenue picture, because the people that are tourists there don't care what you're doing.
No.
And the people that live there obviously are used to it. So,
Absolutely.
and you're safe because there is like a middle bit.
Yeah.
So you're not on the road.
You've got the mountain in the background. I mean, that must be one of the most taking photo in Banff. I think everyone does it. It looks amazing, and again, every day that mountain looks differently. You know, you got a bit of snow on it one day and no snow the other day, or a lot of snow. It always looks different. So I mean, every day we went down there, we took a picture of the same mountain, just because it looked amazing.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed Banff Avenue. It was an amazing place. I was surprised how much different food there was, and really nice food.
Yeah.
Yeah, so definitely.
John would also recommend the Korean restaurant.
Oh, I
Hanky.
would. Yeah, that was amazing.
And
Like
I would
Korean
recommend
food.
Brazen.
That was also good. Yeah, like you get it, and the food was amazing.
Yeah. Next on the list is Icefield Parkway.
Amazing. The best drive I've ever done in my life, I think.
Yeah, so we went obviously the 1st of November in shoulder season. They stopped maintaining the road after the 1st of November. Or
Yep.
the 1st of November is the first day. They don't maintain the roads. So obviously just go careful, use your brain. If it's too slippy,
Absolutely.
Don't
Just
do
go
it.
careful. It was fine. Obviously, there wasn't any cell reception after a certain point, so just go careful. Make sure you've got enough petrol. Obviously, have food and that with you. But it's amazing. If you don't know what it is, it's a road between Banff and Jasper, and you go through the mountains and some stops along the way to see some awesome stuff. My favourite was Plato Lake. It was amazing. The highest elevation, looking down onto a lake, and you've got a glacier in the background. Really, really lovely. Many places to stop. You could just pull over and take your photos. Like we mentioned earlier, because we went in a shoulder season, there wasn't many animals, but I think we went in the summer and spring, you had a good chance to see hopefully animals along the way down that road.
yeah, so we drove from Banff to the Athabasca Glacier, where we got out and walked to the toe of the glacier.
Yep.
In the summer you can do a glacier tour, which I would have loved to do,
Yeah.
but they're not open in the winter time. Pato Lake was my favourite as well. I will just say, most of like the stops are either like roadside so you can see them, or like just a little walk. Pato Lake is the hardest one. It's not far.
Not far
It's
at all.
just steep.
2k, I think.
It
might
was
be 2K.
700 metres, I think.
Okay.
I don't know what that is. Not
Yeah.
even a
No,
K.
not even a K.
But it was like that, and it also was just ice.
Yeah.
So if we were like trying to get up, that made it harder.
Absolutely.
So in the
it was
summer-
worth it though, because the scenery when you got up at the top was amazing.
Yeah.
That's my favourite. I mean, the glacier was amazing, but if I had to pick the favourite stop along the way, that would have been it.
Even the glacier, walking up to the toe of the glacier, it wasn't steep. It was you know, rocky, and you know, you'd have to be careful. But what I'm trying to get at is that there are lots to do even if you're not a hiker along there.
Yes.
I'm not a hiker, but I still really enjoyed it. But then if you are a hiker, there are trails that go off as well.
Hundreds of trails. Yeah, really awesome drive. Really enjoyed that. There was a Starbucks just past the glacier if you did want to stop halfway and get
In the summer.
In the summer, if it's open, yeah, 'cause
Yeah.
it's not open in the winter.
Nothing is open in the
No.
winter. Okay, the next one is one that I'm sure everybody's heard of and everybody's seen a picture of, is Lake Louise.
Lake Louise is amazing. It's a famous photo. Everyone's seen the photos, and you can see why it's so famous. It's stunning.
Yeah, so we did a little walk around the lake. I'll leave links to all of these vlogs up there. But we did a little walk around the lower trail. We got to the end of the lower trail.
Yep.
That is flat, basically.
It is, yes.
Again,
Really
it's a little
easy.
slippy, but
Yeah, it depends on what time you're going, because obviously in the summer it wouldn't be. In the summer it'll look completely different to what we've seen it in, because I think in the summer you can see the reflection of the mountains and the water, what would be stunning, really nice. Obviously when we went there was more snow on the mountains, and again it looked amazing, but every time you go it looks slightly different.
what I will say, like summer versus winter. In summer you've got the like kayaks and canoes and probably a little bit warmer. But in the winter there was nobody there.
No.
So we had perfect places to take pictures. If you check out our Instagram, I'll leave it's Emma and John and then an X, but
Yeah.
I'll leave the link down below. But we've got some pictures from Lake Louise, and there's nobody in the pictures.
No.
It's just us,
No.
and we weren't like waiting for a spot. We just moved to one side, and that
Absolutely,
was it. So.
yeah. I think it gets really busy in the summer, and you can see why, because it's amazing. But yeah, depending on what time of year you go in, is what you'll get. Really.
Yeah.
definitely worth going. It's definitely a must do because it was amazing.
Yeah, we liked the chateau as well.
We did.
We went into a couple of the shops
Yeah.
and we had a drink there and we sat on the chairs outside.
Absolutely.
I froze to death. But yeah, definitely worth checking out Lake Louise.
Absolutely, we didn't do it, but I would have liked to do it. Is maybe have an afternoon tea in the chateau would have been really nice. Looking at it, Lake Louise, that would have been really good to do as well.
Okay, next up is, in a similar vein but without the lake, the Fairmont in Banff was such a surprise for me.
It was, yeah. I personally think the Fairmont in Banff was slightly nicer than the Fairmont in Lake Louise. I preferred it, only because you had the scenery, apart from the lake, you had the scenery of the mountains, and I think the hotel was my preference slightly nicer.
Yeah.
And I mean, I'll preference that and say there was work getting done at Lake Louise when we were there, and it wasn't obviously in the Fairmont, so it might change when the work's done.
Yeah.
But my preference was the Fairmont, Banff Fairmont.
Yeah, if you're staying in Banff as well, it is a lot closer because Lake Louise is about 45 minutes out, and then the Fairmont is obviously just outside of, well, it's inside Banff, but
Yeah.
it's not far. They do have a lot of activities on, so when we were there, you could go and meet the ambassador dogs.
Oh yes.
They had bike rental, they had bonfire, like marshmallow
Yeah.
toasting in the evening.
S'mores. That
Yeah,
was
they had
really
so
good.
many different, I think they had storytelling, and then in December they had loads of like Christmas things.
Yeah.
Santa was there, and you can go and do these things if you're, there's obviously an upcharge for some of them, but some of the things you can just go and do.
Absolutely.
So that's really cool.
Or just go and have a look at your view of the Rocky Mountains, because there's like a viewing platform that you could go out and take all your photos, and it looks amazing. Like I said, you can't get a bad photo in Banff or around that area, but there was a special place to get your photos, I think.
There's also a really good ghost story about one of the rooms, so you could research that and go and find the room.
Yes.
The next thing on the list might be cheating because it isn't technically in Banff, it's closer to Calgary.
Okay.
But it was one of the best things I've ever done ever, and that is the Wolf Dog Sanctuary.
That was awesome. Awesome day. Yeah, a lot of fun. It was about an hour outside of Banff, heading towards Calgary. Awesome day. Yeah, I really love the fact that everything you spend there goes straight back into, because of charity, you look after your dogs. I really love that.
Yeah, I would say you could go there and just like look around, like kind of like a zoo, or you can book the tour. 100% every time you go, book the tour,
Yeah.
because the lady that we had, she was telling us all about the wolf dogs. You get to feed them treats if they let you.
Yeah.
It was nice to learn like a bit about each of the dogs' characters and like their wolf content and stuff like that. Yeah, it was amazing.
It was a lot of fun. I'm glad we done it. It made us miss our dog a bit more though
Well,
when
it's
we
not
were
quite
there.
wolfy, is he? But
Not at all, but you did have a little snuggle on that. Amazing day, yeah, awesome. Definitely go and do it if you can. It wasn't a lot of money, it was quite reasonable.
Yeah.
I can't remember what we spent for that.
I feel like it was £40 per person-ish.
Okay.
So whatever that is in Canadian.
Yeah, awesome. And if you're lucky enough, like we were, you can hear them howl, because that was amazing.
Yeah.
It was, a really special moment, that.
Yeah, and I kind of put three things together in one because I'm cheating. So trails.
Of course, yeah, some incredible walks,
Yeah.
incredible hikes, yeah. Like I say, it all depends on what time of year you're going to go. If you're going to winter, the sun might close. If you're going to summer, they're all going to be open. But go careful if you are going to summer. Obviously, with bears and animals, take a bear spray. Just use your common sense.
Yeah. Sunsets, sunrises, obviously.
Of course, amazing.
They're all like pink. And pretty, especially
Just
that time of
stunning.
year. Yeah.
And I will put in Northern Lights. We didn't see it. We weren't lucky enough to see a Northern Light when we were there. But I know, like now, this time of year, it's just insane with Northern Lights at the moment. So Bateman Yawanka is perfect for that.
Two things I wanted to add that I don't think were quite as worth the hype as they get. One of them I don't think we're treating fairly, and that's
Okay.
Cave and Basin. Because I feel like it was cool to see,
Yep.
but it didn't take very long. If it's included in your pass, so
Yeah.
maybe go see it. But
It was okay.
it's on like everyone's top 10 list, and I don't feel like it's on mine.
It was okay. I'm glad we've seen it. It was cool. Would I see it again? Possibly not.
It was
for me.
very smelly.
It was good to see, but I think there's other better things to go and see.
Yeah.
From my point of view.
And then the other thing for me, I haven't discussed this with John prior to this, so was the Grizzly House.
Okay.
I was so excited to go to the Grizzly House. It's a restaurant where you get like fondue and
Yeah.
you get to cook your own like meats.
It sounds awesome.
The idea of it is amazing, and it's not that the food was bad, it isn't.
No.
And I think in the summer when you can sit outside, I think that would be better.
Yeah.
But it's very, very dark in there. You can't actually see much.
No.
People were using their phones and torches to see the menu.
Yeah. It's cool. I'm glad we've done it. I'm old. I can't hear much. It was very, very, very noisy in there. I couldn't hear anything. So, like Emma said, if it was outside in the summer, that probably would have been better for me, because I couldn't hear someone around the other side of the table. We couldn't have a conversation. But the idea is awesome, and like Emma said, if it was outside, it would have probably been better.
Yeah, the only other thing is they brought the meats for you to cook on your hot plate.
Yep.
And they told you what it was and how long to cook it, and then they vanished. And you can't see anything, and it doesn't say what it is.
No.
So it was a little bit scary, but yeah, I think it's a nice idea, and I know people have really enjoyed it, and the food was good.
Yeah.
I don't think it lived up to the hype for me.
Okay, that's a shame.
Yeah.
But like on the food, I was amazed how good the food was in Banff. Banff Avenue. I know we said it earlier, but you won't go wrong with the food there. There's something for everyone really. Whatever you fancy, you probably get there, and a good standard of it.
Yeah, and obviously try the poutine.
Absolutely, definitely try a poutine.
Yeah. We hope this video was helpful or that you enjoyed it. If you did, please don't forget to hit the subscribe button, give us a thumbs up, hit the notification bell, and we'll see you in the next one.
Absolutely. Thanks for watching, guys. Take care. Bye.